Position yourself for the outcome you desire. Bro, that's what it's all about. Because at the end of the day, man, I know this is a hard pill to swallow for some people, but everything is luck, man. But the beauty of luck is we can manipulate it. We can add more chips on our side of the table, dude. We can position ourselves to make the outcome more probable of happening, right? Like if you want to be a shredder on guitar, what's the first step to actually making that happen, bro? Pick up the guitar. Go buy a guitar. Doesn't even have to be a nice one. Just start playing guitar. Just start doing it. And that alone raises your percentile of becoming, if your dream is to become a shredder, bro, it raises your probability so much. That is the most important step. 100%. And it's good to have that driving factor of something. Can you picture something you want? Anything, bro. What do you actually want here? It's almost infinite possibilities. You could argue it is infinite. But how do you position yourself to actually get what you want? And it's a simple answer, man. You know it. I know it. We all know it, man. But we sometimes hold ourselves back. And why is that, bro? I think we think too much. There's some people who want to plan out everything. Bro, how am I going to be a shredder if I haven't even written a song? It's like, bro, how are you going to be a shredder if you haven't played guitar? Start playing guitar and write a song. It's really that simple. Just do the thing. Just do the thing, bro. And the beauty of life, man, is that end goal doesn't really exist and will change and form. Maybe you wanted to be a shredder, and now you're playing guitar. And I'm just using guitar as a metaphorical thing. This relates to everything, which I'm sure you guys already are picking up on, but I just want to say for any slow boys out there, that dude, the end goal might be different, or where you end up might be different. Because if you want to become a shredder, and you're shredding in your free time, but you're gigging with a pop band, and that's paying your bills, and it's still enjoyable, it's still fun. And yeah, maybe the shredding isn't making you the big bucks, but that was for you all along anyway, bro. Now, because you started doing that, because you chased whatever fire that was that made you pick up that guitar and start playing some songs and start shredding and start making some technical death metal that only like your boys listening to over here, but you aren't making money, you aren't like surviving off of it, and that was the dream, right? Do something that you enjoy that will pay for your life. You'll end up finding yourself in a position where that can regardless happen. And that doesn't take away the joy of, wanting to be a shredder. You can still shred at home. You can shred that was for you all along. But now you're catering to like the normies, to the NPCs, or just what's big out there, right? What actually makes a profit. And is that selling your soul? I guess you could probably argue in some way it is, but I don't know if it necessarily is if you still hold on to what actually got you there. If you still do what you enjoy, it still got you there. And maybe I'll say it in a more relatable way. We live in this age where I think everyone at this point, man, I've lived my life, my adult life, not on social media. But when I was like 18, 19, I don't necessarily consider that like adult. When I was 18, 19, I was going hard on social media because I was in a band. And that's like the move, right? If you want to make that life happen, you just do the things. You increase that probability of allowing it to happen. And I think that is what separates people who make their, dreams, their aspirations come true. They all share one thing. And that one thing was they had the courage to actually do it and not get offended when they fail, quote unquote. Like, what's actually failing? What's failing? I don't even know what failing is. It's like you did it. You're already ahead. Failing is not doing it, actually. That's what failing is. Failing isn't doing it and it flops. Bro, that's bound to happen at the start with anything. And you want it that way, bro. You want it. You want that growth to be able to reflect on what you were doing and grow from that. Because God forbid, dude, I know it's a blessing sometimes, but it's kind of a curse. If the first thing you do and you catch lightning in a bottle with that one thing, that kind of messes up your brain, man. It makes you want to just keep doing whatever that was. Maybe that's the move. Maybe what you did, you fully encompass what you wanted to do anyway. So maybe that's where the blessing comes in. But sometimes it can kind of trick you into thinking that's now who you are when you have so much more of yourself to explore. If you guys get what I'm saying. But in this day and age, man, I think everyone should be on social media. I don't think you should be scrolling it. I think every now and again you should throw on a video. I think every now and again you should support other people doing it like you're doing it. 100%. Share that love, that positivity of other people that are also doing it with whatever aspect you're in, whatever field you want to be in. If it's just talking about life, if it's making music, live streaming, whatever it is, man. But it can be parasitical, right? Because a lot of people view like connection based. So it can be a transactional, experience talking to people that are doing the same thing as you, and you can't really stop that some people will view it that way. But hopefully you don't, Hopefully you kind of just view it like you understand, like, oh, I actually understand this person. In this moment in time, we both are doing a thing that's relatable. We're like cousins of ideas. We're related when it comes to our brain, bro, in a sense. In this moment in time, we are, in a sense. But the biggest thing, man, is just to start. Just do it. Just claim it. Just claim it as your own, dude. Whatever it is. And I guess I say social media because I think that's the vehicle we all need to use. If it's a business idea, if you're a guy who can come up with mad inventions and you're a good engineer, or even have the ideas, you don't have to be good. If you have the ideas and you want to do it, I think you still need to use like social media to kind of like put it out there, right? It is a cool tool because you never know who it's going to touch, man. As cheesy as that sounds, like we actually have the opportunity to reach people on a similar wavelength as you at all times. At all times, bro. It's cool. It's a blessing. We metanized it. But I think I don't think that's necessarily has to be the case anymore, man. I don't think so. And if it is, for you, you'll still find those people 100%. So that's okay. But yeah, man, I just wanted to say you got to increase your luck. Everything is luck, and you got to increase it. And the biggest thing is just do it, bro. Just position yourself where that's now a possibility. And that can be, dangerous, but it's also, you can be aware of things. Your probability, it depends on where you move, where you position yourself physically and mentally, 100%. Like you're more probable to make bad decisions if, you go partying tonight. But there's probably a positive way of looking at that. You're moving yourself in a position of meeting new people if that's your goal. Whatever it is, just move yourself into a scenario where you can manifest this thing to become reality, bro. Because I'll say one more time, man. The key ingredient, the one thing that allowed other people to be successful with things they enjoy, it's really simple, man. It's just because they did it. They did it, they increased their probability, and they got lucky. And people view luck like it's such a bad word, but it's like, bro, literally everything's luck. There's been people hit by meteors, bro. The fact that none of us right now, anyone listening to this right now, and me, that we haven't been hit by a meteor, that's luck, dude. It's 100% luck. You know what I mean? I know that's kind of a crazy way of looking at it, but I think it's a good thing to keep in your mind somewhere. I don't know if it needs to be in front or back, but like, anytime you drive, did you make it safe? It was luck. That was luck too, dude. I don't think that's bad. I think that, gives a lot of room to be thankful of things. To appreciate like the little things. Appreciate the background. Bring the background to the foreground. this thing that we all kind of ignore or has a bad connotation on it because, like, oh, I didn't earn it. It's like, bro, that's not what it's about. Take the pride out of the equation. Take the ego out of the equation. You positioned yourself to allow this to happen. So yeah, you can be happy about it, but don't be prideful about it. You know, you just did the thing we all should be doing because we all know that's the answer. And even if you didn't necessarily know this, you know this rings true, bro. You know it rings true. That you just have to position yourself into the life you want by just doing that, man. By positioning. Just being genuine. But you'll get your true ending, bro. 100%. Was it meant to be or not? I don't know. Did you enjoy it? That's all that matters, dude. I think we live in a world where sometimes looking at things a little deep comes off as cheesy. And, you know, I think that's just a way of us not wanting to, you know, avoid the feelings that come with everything. But I don't know, man. I think as far as your brain can go, take your brain as far as you can go and position yourself wherever you would like to be, man. And start today, bro. Start today. Just start today, man. 100%. Thanks for listening. Make sure to do something for yourself today. Make sure to do something for someone else today, bro. And regardless, dude, we got this. We 100% got this. Position yourself, bro. Just do it. Shia LaBeouf, bro, 2010 or whatever that was, that do it meme. Speaking some truth. But for real, man, you gotta just do it. Take care.